Does being poor lead to poor decisions? That's the question at the heart of much of Dr. Anuj Shah's work for the past 5 years.
People start from the assumption that there must be a reason why some people are wealthy and some people are poor. And so when they look at somebody who's not well off, they assume that there's some reason why they're there that they're responsible for.
But more and more research, including Shah's latest work, argues the opposite.
Look, a lot of times people say that poor individuals are not smart, and that's why they're poor. No, it's the lack of money itself that makes it hard to think clearly about different problems.
Shah's study, called Money in the Mental Lives of the Poor, shows low-income individuals think about finances far more often than the wealthy. One of Shah's tests for this theory was asking poor and wealthy participants to recall a word list.
And our expectation was that for people who are wealthier, when they see groceries, utilities, bills, that those words will actually feel somewhat random. They won't necessarily think of them as all related to one concern, which is money, because they don't have to think very much about those things. For those who are living on more limited means, they might be more likely to say grocery, well, that reminds me of money. Utilities, that reminds me of money. Bill, that reminds me of money. And so then they might be more likely to say, well, I saw the word money, even though it wasn't related.
Past research has shown poverty is such a burden on the brain, it can cause cognitive fatigue or hurt our ability to execute fundamental life skills. Researchers say the mental burden is like losing 13 IQ points or an entire night's sleep. And Shah believes the constant concern with finances that low-income people showed during his study is part of the cognitive fatigue that past research has addressed.
Scarcity or poverty, it requires you to be more locked in. It requires you to be more focused. And you can do that for a while, but eventually you're just not going to be able to give all of the bandwidth that you need to those problems. It's not that poor people are somehow different, it's that they're in a different situation.
Yes, you have to have compassion for folks who are receiving the federal funds, but also you have to have compassion for the folks who are paying it.
Shah believes these findings should force lawmakers to reconsider how they think about assistance.
Providing cash assistance or some other assistance, it doesn't just deal with the immediate financial problem. It also frees up some mental bandwidth as well to say, well, I don't have to worry as much about this.